The ancients spoke of a time when the heavens would burn again. They remembered the fire that ended their world, and they warned that it would return. For centuries, we treated those stories as myth. But now, science is beginning to echo the same prophecy. Because space isn't empty. It's alive, a sea of fire, radiation, and stone that moves around us like a sleeping predator. And in that silence, something is stirring. Every 11 years, the sun changes. Its magnetic field reverses, solar flares erupt, and waves of plasma wash across the solar system. Astronomers call this the solar maximum, a period of storms, radiation bursts, and coronal mass ejections that can cripple satellites and power grids. In 1859, during one of these peaks, the Carrington event set telegraph lines on fire and painted auroras over the Caribbean sky. If it happened today, it would take down global communications, black out continents, and destroy the power transformers that keep civilization alive. NASA warns that another event of that magnitude is overdue, possibly within our lifetime. They call it a once-in-a-century storm. But in space, centuries are heartbeats. Above us, hundreds of satellites keep silent watch, monitoring solar radiation, tracking space debris, and mapping asteroid orbits. Every day, small rocks brush past us. Most burn up, some don't. NASA's Sentry program tracks over 30,000 near-Earth objects. At least 100 are large enough to destroy an entire city. And one, named Apophis, will pass closer to Earth in 2029 than our own communication satellites. It's the size of the Eiffel Tower. If it struck, it would release more energy than all nuclear weapons on Earth combined. For now, it will miss us. But in cosmic terms, that's a whisper. NASA admits we've only detected about 40% of potentially hazardous asteroids. The rest are too dark, too small, or too distant to see, until they pass through our atmosphere. In 2013, a 20-meter rock exploded over Chelyabinsk, Russia, with the power of 30 Hiroshima bombs. It shattered windows across 6 cities and injured 1,500 people, and no one saw it coming. It entered the atmosphere from the direction of the sun, the one blind spot even our telescopes can't watch. The universe doesn't warn us. It simply reminds us. Solar physicists have been watching the sun closely since 2022. Its current cycle is 30% more active than predicted. Flares are growing stronger, and Earth's magnetic field, our shield, is weakening. If a large coronal mass ejection were to strike Earth today, satellites would fry, GPS systems would fail, and transformers would melt from induced currents. The world would go dark for weeks, maybe months. No internet, no power, no communication. Modern civilization runs on electrons, but the sun can erase them in seconds. Earth's magnetic north is moving fast. In the last century, it's drifted from Canada to Siberia at nearly 40 miles per hour. Geomagnetic reversals have happened many times before, but during these shifts, the magnetic field weakens, sometimes by 90%. Without it, solar radiation seeps through the atmosphere. Airlines reroute, satellites glitch, and auroras glow at the equator. To ancient eyes, the sky would look alive, waves of red and green dancing over deserts. They called it prophecy. We call it plasma. NASA's Planetary Defense Coordination Office runs simulations every year. In most, we lose. A single rock, 200 meters wide, traveling at 40,000 miles per hour, could erase a city in an instant. And the odds of that happening in this century? 1 in 1,000. It sounds small, until you realize the odds of dying in a plane crash are 1 in 11 million. We are not as safe as we believe. Ancient myths spoke of the sky on fire and the earth reborn. Now, ice cores and sediment layers confirm it, radiation spikes, ash deposits, and glass beads marking the scars of past impacts and solar storms. What they feared, we can now measure. And what they survived, we may face again. History is not linear. It's orbital, and the cycle of fire is returning. Experts say it's not a question of if, but when. If a solar storm or asteroid strike disabled our satellites, every global system would collapse. Flights grounded, markets frozen, GPS lost, every digital clock silent. Within days, we'd be back in the dark. And in that darkness, we'd see the same stars our ancestors saw, the same ones they feared would fall again. When the ancients warned that the sky would burn, they weren't predicting doom. They were remembering. Because the heavens have always been both womb and weapon, the source of life and its destroyer. The same fire that forged us will one day return, not as punishment, as cycle, as reminder, that everything born from the stars must eventually return to them. The ancients left their warning in stone. We leave ours in satellites. And both say the same thing: watch the sky. This is Truth in the Shadows. Subscribe for more.